just was sitting here thinking that it would be fun to maybe do a simple guided meditation, and I have a little box of or not box, but bag of Kleenex, the old-fashioned kind. So I thought I'd crinkle that for a minute and play with a Kleenex and do something relaxing for you, and then do a guided meditation. These are those old Kleenex. You can get them at the dollar stores. And I remember my mother keeping a bag of these in her purse always. It's on my laptop, so we'll see how this goes. It's been a while since I've just done some basic triggers. I was looking at some of my kitchen gadgets the other day and thinking, oh, I should do a little ASMR trigger video. How have you been? What's going on in your world? Feel free to share. Just going to dab your face with a little Kleenex. There's a little print embossing on each end. Let's just gently open that up. How does that feel? Hopefully that's relaxing. Good. I'm just going to do this for a minute. I'm going to pull up my glasses so I can see you a little bit. They don't have makeup on, so hope that you'll forgive me for that. Nice. We'll just do that a little bit longer. Hopefully that's relaxing. I do like the feel of the Kleenex crinkling on my face. Just dabbing it. Maybe I'll get a little of any residual mascara off. I'm going to pull a fresh one out for you. Maybe we'll do a little relaxation / guided meditation into your body if you'd like. And we can find some ways to relax it a little bit. hopefully. Okay, so just get comfortable if you'd like. I've got a little bleach. I accidentally dropped some bleach on this shirt, so I hope that's not distracting. Just relax a little bit. Lie down or relax, sit back in a chair. Now, just slow things down. Gently slow things down. The snow is coming through the window or down outside of the window. It's not coming through it. Just gently, very lightly. It will probably progress through the day, become a little more significant. But right now, it's clear air. A bird just flitted by the window onto the empty tree branches, bare branches. I do love to see the branches of the trees in the winter. You get to appreciate the tree in a different way. And a lot of times you get the view to things in the winter through the trees differently than in the summer. Of course, I love the summer, the spring most of all, when the leaves first come out. But there is something lovely about the winter and looking at the branch patterns on the trees. They're their own piece of art. And how do they look differently against another tree and against the sky? There's a telephone pole outside that creates a very strong, stable, stoic image against the loose branch patterns of the trees. So even in winter, there are beautiful things to notice. I don't love the cold, but I'm warm here and I can look outside and see some beautiful things. Okay, let's just take a minute to relax and check in with our bodies. Maybe take a gentle few breaths in. We're not going to control them this time. Just kind of notice your breath in. Notice if you feel like you have to gasp for deep breath, or if you can just relax and kind of cycle through, not having to fill it up all the way, but just enough that it's full, and then softly releasing it. And when it's released just enough, feel almost like it's a circle coming back in and going out so that you can create a smooth breath pattern. Good. And we're going to imagine ourselves for a moment on the edge of the beach on a perfect day, not too hot, not too cold, just perfect. And we take off our sandals or shoes, set them aside, and step into that sand that's right at the breaking point of the waves. And notice that the water is cool and almost warms up as we stay there for a moment. Feels good. Pulls away the toes, the sand under the toes, just that little bit under the feet, so that they start to ground and feel soft in the sand. And right now, you have a magical ability to go into the water, to walk into the water and settle in, and you are able to breathe underwater. And you're able to, as you move your arms, you find you're able to swim even if you weren't able to before. You're fully capable of swimming in the water. And as you move underwater, you find yourself in a very magical place. It's easy to breathe. It's easy to see. It's easy to move. And you notice the most vibrant, beautiful, alive colors on the life around you. Sea urchins and anemones, and schools of fish passing by, beautiful rock formations that have animals and creatures attached to them. You can see some very vibrant coral that's alive and healthy and well. And you don't touch any of these things, you just notice them in their beautiful natural habitat, happy, free, and you're swimming with them. You're existing, coexisting with them. They're not afraid of you, and you're not afraid of them. And in the distance, you even see some slightly bigger fish out there noticing you, but perfectly happy to have you in their environment. Perhaps you even see some sea turtles going by, because this is a very magical place where you can see and enjoy all of that underworld nature. And it's aware of you, and you're aware of it. And you just get to swim by and around all of these features and creatures and enjoy them. As you look up in the water, you can see that remarkable sun shining through, that's billions of miles away, but still it's there. And it shines through the water and you can see it. You know it's there, but you get to keep swimming around and enjoying things. And some remarkably beautiful fish that's a little bigger than some of the others, but maybe not as big as the dolphins and sharks. This beautiful, unique fish is curious about you and swims up to you and looks around you, swims around. And you have a moment of exchange and awareness of one another. And you feel a gratitude both directions. That little fish feels a gratitude for you, and you feel a gratitude for the fish in this incredible world under the water. And you have a desire to treat the water with respect, care, and the creatures with respect and care. And you see how important each and every one of them are to each other as they are in this environment coexisting. And after a moment, a tiny octopus comes up. And it's curious about you. It keeps the distance, but it's curious about you. And you find yourself moving more slowly and more stilly. And you're able to float easily and continue breathing easily. And this little octopus takes a moment to move around you with curiosity and awe. And again, there's a moment of exchange and appreciation as you see this creature. You notice the beauty and the uniqueness of each of those arms tentacles, the color, and eventually some gratitude is exchanged, and that octopus swims away, goes off to its world. The longer you're there, the more details you see in the rock formations, in the creatures that are attached to it and near it, and living together. And the cycle of life. You see some things eating and enjoying other things, and it feels comfortable and natural. There is a gratitude from all the creatures there for the cycle of life, and you feel a warmth there, an appreciation there that is very sweet and very filled with gratitude and awareness. And as you swim around, you become aware of a very large creature that appears like a whale, some kind of whale. And the whale seems to be not only curious about you, but it's as if this whale has been expecting you and has been wanting to interact with you. And it comes a little bit closer, but keeps a distance. But it almost feels as though this whale has something it wants to say to you. You can feel it. They can feel it. And the whale gently moves just a little bit closer, just as comfortable, just as close as you're comfortable with. And you feel the message from the whale enter your heart and then your mind. And there may or may not be words for it, but there is an understanding and a knowing that you feel from this wonderfully beautiful, wise, old creature. And you take that moment to share that exchange. Perhaps you have a response for this beautiful whale. Just enjoy that. And in time, there is again a moment of gratitude exchanged, and the whale is willing to let you come up and put your arms around and embrace it and go for a ride if you want to. It's up to you. You enjoy this moment, whatever it is. Enjoy the freedom. Enjoy that beautiful connection, that heart connection, that love that's for free. And when it feels complete, you exchange a moment of gratitude with this whale. And this incredible creature, beast, lets you know that it will be back anytime. It will be watching for you and nearby if you ever want to come and connect again. And it will always be happy to share its messages with you and to feel that connection. It enjoys and longs for that connection. And as that whale swims away to join its own, it's time for you to come back to your earthly world on land. So you make your way up to the surface. You see that beautiful golden sun, that incredible sky blue might hear a little seagull nearby, and you easily swim back to the shore. And as you make your way out of the water onto the sand on your feet, you feel this magical suit ability that was with you in the water. It starts to disappear, but it's always available. And you're back in your natural clothing and habitat, and you feel your feet once again in the sand, in the water, which feels just wonderful. You dry naturally and quickly and comfortably. And you slip your shoes back on. And you say goodbye to this beautiful ocean. And if you'd like to let it know that you'll be back, feel free to do that. But just express that gratitude and feel that exchange. It's lovely. And now become aware of your own breathing pattern. Feel the sensation of the breath in your body. Just enjoy the environment now that you're becoming aware of, that you're in. Take your time to just enjoy it. Good. And now, back with full awareness. And awareness of the exchange and the experience that you've just had. The heart is full. The mind is relaxed. You can now drift off to sleep or calmly go about your day with a realization of how incredible this world is and how loved you are. Thanks for stopping by.